Hi, Brad. Okay, it is evaluation day, so I guess let's jump into it. You've sent me three watches. Let's talk about the three watches. You can see two of them here. Now, one of the things I always do, one of the main focuses I have, is trying to make sure that people get the most bang for their buck. They put their money where it's going to serve them best. And so sometimes I see watches, and my recommendation will be perhaps different than what the customer was anticipating. You have three watches that you sent to me: a UFO, a Kakume, and a brown Bullhead. These two watches, this is the Kakume, this is the UFO. Both of these watches are seriously challenged, and I would recommend not putting any money into these. They're both series reworks with a lot of aftermarket parts. This is the UFO. We can see we've got a lot of case pitting in here, and that's like, you boy. And I was expecting this because I looked at both of these watches, and everything under the hood, under the crystal, is aftermarket, is fake. So I said, okay, these are going to be probably reworks, and we're going to see a lot of handling and moisture damage. And in fact, that's what we see here. You can see the moisture damage and the corrosion here, and the wear from a loose winding bridge here. It's not, I mean, I've certainly seen worse, but this is going to be a seriously challenged watch. I mean, at least it's got its movement ring spring. That's something, but it's been heavily reworked. And if we look under the dial, every single thing I'm looking at is fake. The dial, the hands, all this kind of stuff. And when I see this kind of thing, I mean, the insert, the case has been heavily polished. I always want to make sure that people are going to put their money towards a watch and have it be a good investment. A watch like this, whenever I see things like this, it always takes more time, and it always takes more parts to bring back. So you're going to be spending more money to bring back a watch that will never be as good as one that is still completely original. My recommendation is to take, instead of putting money into this watch, take your money and put it towards a better one, not this one. Ditto with this one, it's the same situation. Again, we can see the moisture damage that's all through here. We can see the grinding from here. They didn't have a movement ring spring, so they just put in a rubber O-ring gasket to try to suck up the slop from the movement wrapping around. I mean, the movement's a runner, but it's the same thing. It's got all these aftermarket parts. Everything I'm looking at, with the exception of the hands, the hour and the minute hands look like they're original. That's crazy, because these aftermarket dial, aftermarket insert, but that's an original set of arrow tip hands, I think. That's nuts. That must have been built when some of those came out of the woodwork like a year and a half or 2 years ago. Case is polished and reworked. Again, it's the same thing. I would not recommend putting more money into this watch. It's nuts. Put your money where it's really going to serve you into a better example. That is bananas that it has an original set of arrow tip hands, unless those are really good aftermarkets. I've never seen those before. It always makes me nervous, because in the past, way back in the day, I used to restore watches like these for people, and I kept finding again and again, and I would get into them, and they would just be so rough, and they would be so hard to bring back, and they would take all this extra time and all this extra money, and in the end, the customer was paying a lot of money for a watch that is, that they would have been better off spending that money on a better example, and they would have been much better off. They would have had a better watch in every way. Okay, so now that I've delivered that sad news, let's talk about some good news. This is your Bullhead. It's entirely original. It does not have water damage. And look at our numbers. It's relatively clean. Amplitude is low-ish, but it's pretty okay. Clean signal, a little bit of beat error, but it's flat accuracy. You definitely need service, but this is a great starting point for a watch. Let's look at this here. I mean, it's complete. Like this, that's not really corrosion. That's just like a little bit of water sat in there. Nothing serious. That's just like a surface haze. That'll come right off. That's nothing major at all. And this movement's hazy, but you can see there's no corrosion. The actual plating on the movement is still good. There's no wear on the winding bridge. So on the chronograph bridge, so the winding bridge is good. Obviously, it's running well. And most importantly, this is the #1 most important thing, the cosmetics are great. It's got a really nice case with great case lines. Look at that nice, sharp, hatchy brushing. And yeah, it's got some surface wear, but it's original. It's original. That's a nice watch. It's a nice, nice watch. That's a good watch. Completely original. Absolutely worth investing in. That's a good piece. This with the service. I'll have to look at this crystal. It's got some pecks around the edge right there. I'd replace it. I don't know, it's up to you. The surface isn't bad, actually. It's got good clarity. No, I'd service it. I'd rebuild the case with all new seals, and I'd probably leave that crystal. Put it on a... I mean, I don't have the JDM bracelet this thing came on, but if you find that even the American taper looks good on these. That's a good watch. That's the one to work on. These other ones, my recommendation is not to do anything with these. And this one, frankly, I won't get into because it's going to be a nest of thorns. This one is not going to be much better, despite the fact that it's got those original arrow tip hands. So I apologize for the bad news, but I come bearing good tidings. That's a beautiful bullhead. Okay, let me know what you want to do with these watches. I would work on that one. These other ones I would do something else with. Okay, that's my recommendation. You let me know what you think.